Guess who's back? The master of the jungle is here, your friend, creating solutions. I had a problem with my software on my computer, which held me back from posting videos. But now I'm here with you. It is Tuesday, February 1st. It's a new month. And although I don't have my Mayan calendar with me, I will share it with you tomorrow. So, are we feeling good today? Any thoughts, any ideas, any important information that I should throw out there? I'll start from where I know, and if you'd like to pause this video, send me a message, tell me what to talk about. So take a deep breath. Number one, statism is an ex post facto justification for human ownership. As you all know, I'm the official co-coordinator of the Zeit Geist movement in Hawaii, being a producer at Olelo TV, the local community station we have, and it is my intention to share with you the Venus Project. The Venus Project is a large-scale operation, and Zeit Geist is helping to support it by advertising it and sharing it with people, because what it is it's social structuring. It's something that hasn't been done. It's always been chaotic and discord in America. All of our dollars have been going to places which we're not directly involved in, like a war or all of this nonsense medical research that only has the interests of the drug companies in mind. Well, here's the solution, at least a solution. See, when the Venus Project was initiated and its founders decided to push the agenda because they had decided on what was necessary for the people and that it was time and that the information had to get out there because um, it wasn't in conflict. All of the founders decided that, hey, this is now for the people as well. I'm talking about farms, strategies for farming, transportation like the train systems, using electricity, Tesla, Nikola Tesla, inventions, and so on and so forth. And I'll provide a link below for you to check it out, see what your opinion is. And keep in mind, Zeit Geist 3 was shown around the world, but now it's going to be shown in Hawaii. And to make a summary of Zeit Geist 3, we talk about the Venus Project, which is the base, the root of all social structure, because Zeit Geist's goal is to allow people to have their art and their philosophy, but before that, we need to have our base, we need to have our food and our shelter and our good health. We need to employ the technology that mankind has already created and that some men have tried to suppress because they would lose their own possessions and resources because they have a scarcity mindset. There are elitists with a scarcity mindset who believe that there isn't enough for everyone, but there is. And like I said, the link below, check that out. But back to the point. So, Zeit Geist 3 focuses on how people are organized, and that, just take a deep breath, relax here. I'm opening my file. Take a deep breath, Okay. So, here's the summary. nature versus nurture? Or are we social organisms? And is biology only for small cells? I don't believe so. I think that there are evolutionary factors at play, and we have to be conscious of our symbiotic relationship with our environment. So there's this supposition that behavior is genetic, like aggression and so on and so forth. This is a deterministic view of life. In other words, it's easy to categorize certain people, for example, as they did with the African Americans, and say that they're aggressive and incapable, when right now they're filling many great positions and roles in our society, and they've risen above, and this is recent. That's the power of human beings to um, to do what they must and take responsibility when given the opportunity. And the first thing you need is your food, your good food. So, see, only a few conditions are genetically predetermined. Even breast cancer isn't. Different cancers and stuff. This stuff is in our environment, and we have control over it. But there is a genetic basis for intelligence. And so if you have good genes, you might be able to learn quicker. But if the environment is good, evolution happens so fast. I mean, how else can we compare and contrast how we evolve but with technology? And look at what great things we have produced. And you look at addictions, which are any behavior associated with the relief, but having long-term consequences. For example, our addictions to all of this material and plastic and our consumer nature might lead to the death of Earth. And this is all related to power, the struggle for power. When you have abundance, when you know you have abundance mindset, you do not worry, you do not struggle for power. And power-related crimes are in a higher severity of drug-related or anything else on Earth, because the power-related ones start off with elitists like the Illuminati and certain governments who've decided to buy weapons and, for example, drop an atomic bomb somewhere. So there is a myth that drugs are addictive. Nothing itself is addictive, but people are susceptible. So be aware. I mean, you can be susceptible to different things, and you can have different life experience and challenges, but be able to relate to people in the sense that everybody is susceptible to something, whether it's a bad habit or an addiction to alcohol. So let's get to the point. The learning of history is not history. It's the learner's life experience. Let me repeat that. The learning of history is not history. In other words, when you study about history, that's happening in the now. And you're using that to change your viewpoint of the now, how you feel about people around the world. That's why bigotry occurred, and that's why all of this conflict is going on right now. See, an individualistic world of less reciprocal relationships like we have now in America, where everyone wants to be individual and away from the family, the concept of family and friendships, and they can do all of their stuff in their phone and on their car instead of turning off the phone and going on the bus or the train or walking around and talking to people. Let's define America. Let's make it great. Let's raise the flags. Let's be proud to be American. See, when you profit through suffering, as do many organizations, institutions, doctors, lawyers, politicians, when you profit through suffering, you do something that sets an example for others. It's just unreasonable. So let's go to the next. Let's go to the next video. Click on the link below. Aloha and enjoy.